Good afternoon to everyone and welcome to this event. This is not just an ordinary occasion. We're all gathered together in here to celebrate the launch of a new chapter of a transcendental book. A book that has had a strong impact in the world of women empowerment. One that has been the inspiration for so many people and for the women all around the world. And one that led us to connect with our greater selves and to build a new version of ourselves. And of course, celebrate the game changer in the career of its great author, its message and community. After the book being presented in London, now transmitting from York in the United Kingdom, I have the honor to present the book of Bulletproof Woman. Live your truth and return to your being. From its great author, the Bulletproof Woman herself, Paula Morelos Zaragoza. Now published in English from its original version, Mujer a prueba de balas, vive tu verdad y regresa a tu ser. After being translated to Turkish from its original versions in Spanish, and being able to touch so many hearts with its message, and converting and expanding the Valkyrie community all over the world, this English version brings up the possibility of expanding its powerful message, consciousness, and of changing the life and the vision of what self-empowerment looks like. And now, worldwide. And today, we have the honor of having Paula here with us for her to be able to transmit the power of her message, her purpose, and her journey. Now, I'm passing the microphone to Agnes Ragunsky, one of the women that has made all of this possible, who is interviewing now our author. Please welcome these two women with a great applause.
Welcome everybody, and welcome, thank you, Paula. And I would like to ask you, straight away, for asking you.
Yes.
Can you explain what is the inspiration for writing, and how is your feeling in UK? First one in London, and now in the York.
Yeah, wonderful, of course. Well, as I said, I'm so pleased to finally be here. This is a dream I've dreamt for all my life. And the inspiration came from my life itself and all the struggles I have been through with my family life, my personal life, economic failures. And I found that sharing my mess as a message had a lot of power. And so I transformed myself from being a victim, from being a victor, and from there I started to share all the tools, all the things that I have learned through life. And I started with a podcast first, called as well Bulletproof Woman in Spanish. And the day came where I needed to write because I'm a journalist, as my profession is journalism. I love photography, I love communicating, and I decided to write this book, to share this particular way of seeing life from a different point of view. To understand, to make women through all the world understand that everything passes, that nothing bad stays forever. And we should change our vision, and when you change your perspective and you begin to believe in yourself and believe that you are enough, you can achieve anything you like. And I'm so excited to be here, and as you said, we came from London. We were just there 2-3 days ago presenting this book in the open areas, talking to people, and now this is like more serious, and this is a great place to be in. And I'm sharing this stage with wonderful women that you're going to hear a little bit afterwards. And I'm the living proof that dreams really come true, that if you pursue them, if you are consistent and persistent, you can achieve everything that you want. So that's the main reason, Agnes.
Yeah, and can you please little bit your book and your childhood, because I think everything is start in your childhood.
My childhood.
Yes.
Well, yes. I mean, my life has never been easy since I was a kid as well. And I think that made me a persistent woman.
Yes.
Yeah, a persistent woman, because nothing in my life has been easy. Never, ever. And now that I decided to be an abundant woman, to be someone that smiles all the time, that smiles in front of any situation, my life has changed. And I discovered that I have decided in my past that my life was a struggle and it was hard. And the news is nothing is that hard. It's just how do you see things and your perspective about everything that comes to you.
Yes, and can you tell us the next plan is the 21-day challenge?
Yeah.
Because this very interesting option, and we invite all the world, leave you in the UK, doesn't matter where.
Exactly.
What is the 21-day challenge?
Well, using all this message, I've developed a 21-day challenge, as Agnes is sharing, where if you get into it, for 21 days you receive a powerful message to start changing yourself from within, and it's like the perfect mirror, so you can see exactly who you are, where you are, and the not that pleasant surprise is that many of us discover we don't feel enough for achieving anything. And so we translated, this was a project in Spanish, and we translated everything to English, and we are planning to launch it very soon here in the UK and worldwide, because with the digital era we can do anything we like. Sky's the limit.
Yes, and not just who you are, not just where you are. Next time you will be who you are.
Yes, you can start being really the real you.
Yes.
The real you, and stop all those limiting beliefs that have made you think that you are a particular kind of person, or women especially, and you start looking the world with other glasses, other eyes. And I think that's the power of this message, that women really start looking at themselves and discovering that all the answers that they're looking for outside are inside them.
Yes.
Right?
And can you please, I would like to ask you,
Yes.
can you please a little bit
Read. Yeah, so I would like to share with you a little bit of the first chapter of this book now, today, and we have a lot of surprises coming in these 2 hours that we're going to share. And just let you know that when you assume your real power and your inner strength, you have no boundaries. And I have found out that this is so true, because I'm standing here in a country I didn't expect to be. Like a year ago, I not even wonder that I was going to be here. And I want to thank you, especially Agnes, because you made this possible in many ways. You were the one pushing me to do things in English, and she got the publisher here, and even though she's in her personal growth journey, she always has all this passion to do things, and thank you so much for that.
And me, thank you so much for you, Paula, because I never think real this day. Never think, but not dreaming. This is my, I do it my job. I do it my job, and that's it.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
and your inspiration for me, because yes, thank you so much, Paula.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you. So I'm going to share a little bit of the first chapter of the book with you, and I hope you like it. And this book is available worldwide through Amazon, through Barnes & Noble online, through Book A Million, or you just look for it in the internet and you got many options to get it all throughout the world. Okay, so let's start. I'm going to read the first chapter, which is called Apocalypse. 5 o'clock in the morning, I opened my eyes for another day. Like every day for the past 2 months, I had to run to the bathroom to throw up. Bitter bile. It was just bile. Lately, it was the only thing my body was producing, triggered by an anguish that was already beyond my capacity. I couldn't stop thinking about the million things that tormented me and took away my peace. It had been a long time since I had experienced it. In fact, it had become my greatest yearning, to be able to live in peace, to be able to live a day without surprises, without overwhelming events. The phone started ringing early in the morning, calls from the banks and creditors demanding payment, one after another, threats of repossession, no subtle reminders that I was in the middle of a chaos of epic proportions. I felt the weight of the world on my shoulders, and it hurt physically. My face and my body, rictus, reflected a woman with many more years than I had. How to hide the wear and tear and emotional exhaustion. The body does not lie and always shows how we are inside. At this point, I felt I have lived 10 lives in one, And at the top it off, I was experiencing a midlife crisis. I kept thinking that I needed to make a radical decision. I was slowly losing my mind. My understanding was completely clouded. But how to get through this? If he was not well, if I had not one but 3 young daughters, if I didn't have a penny to make my way, if everything scared me to death, if I was so tired, strengthless, without will, I didn't think I could stand one more test. How do you decide to tear down the castle you've worked so hard to build? How do you say goodbye to a 20-year relationship, to a whole life? It wasn't just me. There were 4 other people involved, and the decision would affect us all forever. And I had to make it. It wasn't fair. So that's a small part of this first chapter, and I thank you, all of you that are here today joining us.